This is maybe one of the easiest seeds to save of all time. Hi, I'm Rachel. Welcome back to Auxhart Gardening. Today I am talking about how to save coriander seeds, otherwise known as cilantro seeds. I'm going to be talking about how to know when they're ready, how to get them off of the plant, how to store them properly, and then how to check yourself and make sure you did it right. So these are my cilantro plants as they stand right now, or more appropriately, lean over. I'll show you what they looked like just a couple weeks ago. They were standing up and green, making these beautiful white flowers. And now if you look at them, you see that those seeds that we started to see have completely turned brown. And the stems have also turned brown. Like this whole plant, if you didn't know any better, it looks very dead, which it kind of is, but it is still finishing out, putting energy into these little coriander seeds that we see everywhere. This plant over here is perhaps the farthest behind. You can see some of these seeds are still looking very green, and these seeds are definitely not ready. Even seeds like this, you can see they're green on the tips, starting to turn brown on the underside. That is almost ready, but not quite ready. You're looking more for these ones that have turned fully brown and started to shrivel up. If you have the patience, you really can select seed by seed for the ones that are ready versus the ones that aren't. But if you've got a lot of them to deal with, then you're not going to want to sit there and pick out each seed every day as it becomes ripe. So my recommendation is to go ahead and wait until most of them are ready, and then at that point you can just pull them all. So all I'm doing here is just clipping off all of the branches that have seeds for me to save. This is what I got. It is a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and take it indoors. If any of them are still looking not quite dry, you're gonna wait a couple of days and let them fully dry out, and then you can start collecting the seeds off of the tips. Once all your seeds are fully dried out, in order to remove them, all you have to do is literally just pop them off the end. That's why I feel like this is one of the easiest seeds to save, because there's no hulling, there's no shell to remove. You just pop them off and then they are here ready to go. And from here they are ready to store as seed stock for next year, or they are ready to store in spice jars to be used in recipes, or you can go ahead and grind them up so that you can have ground coriander seed for your recipes. Now, if you are saving them for seed stock, there's one last step you're going to want to do, and that is make sure that you've done the whole thing right and you actually have viable seed. And I do this by taking a few seeds and popping them into a plastic bag with a wet paper towel and waiting to see if any of them sprout. After a few days, I will count how many of them sprouted, and for that I will calculate a germination rate, which is just the number that sprouted over the total number that you put in the bag. And that gives you a good starting place next year when you're trying to plant this seed, so that you know how many seeds to plant for how many plants you want. And it's also just really nice to have that reassurance that, like, yes, these seeds that I saved myself, they are viable and they should grow. Alrighty guys, that is all from me today. If you have any questions on this topic, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and you can check out the rest of my seed saving tips on this playlist up here. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy gardening.